We've just had BlizzCon, and in it, Blizzard laid out what the future of Diablo 4 is going to look like, including what new content and items are coming in Season 2, the new features like leaderboards and endgame activities coming in Season 3, and then a whole new expansion with a brand new class coming next year. So let's go over everything coming in Diablo 4 and talk about the future. So first up, let's talk about Season 2, the current season. So on November the 7th, which is in a couple of days at the time of recording, we're getting 5 new unique rings added to the game, each with a malignant power from Season 1. Some of these are of course a lot more fun than others. For necromancers, we're getting back the sacrilegious, where corpses will just be interacted with automatically, so skeletons will be raised and corpse tendrils and corpse explosion will just go off automatically. This was an incredible malignant power, so I'm so happy this is coming back. Druids have the one that pulls in distant enemies and brings them all, sucks them all into the middle, which was really fun. Rogues have the one where you cast a subterfuge skill and it spawns a death trap, which I know a lot of people loved. Barbarians have the crit booster power, and Sorcerer gets the power that increases damage as you use different elements, letting you try these like multi-hybrid builds of fire and ice, things like that. I think this is one of the greatest things for a seasonal game like Diablo 4. Certain things that were really, really fun are now being sort of crystallized and brought forward as a unique, which is really exciting because they were really cool. These were really cool features that we're now going to get to play with in Season 2, and it's going to shift the meta. It's going to change what builds are strongest, and it might enhance your favorite build or let you try something completely different and more fun. So I think this is really good, and going forward, they can do a lot of cool stuff with this. Next up, the Abattoir of Zir on December the 5th, we're going to get what is essentially a Greater Rift. This is an endgame activity after the seasonal journey where you go to an area and you have 10 minutes to fill a meter by killing enough enemies to spawn a boss. Completing this will award you a new Paragon glyph, the Tears of Blood, which it said can be up to 10 times more powerful than the other glyphs in the game, the other normal glyphs, which is really exciting, and this can be upgraded with this event as you progress through it. Based on how they've explained it, this will be content to do alongside Nightmare Dungeons. So as you're progressing up your glyphs and leveling up your character, you'll also be working on improving the tiers of this new Zir feature. So it feels great that they're constantly adding content, and pretty exciting content at that, mid-season, to keep it fresh and build on the game and keep things changing. And finally, we're getting a third addition to Season 2. On December the 12th, we're going to get a little holiday event in Diablo 4. Nothing crazy, no game-breaking activities or massive power ramps, but likely a fun little thing that keeps you logging in that will reward backpacks, cosmetic armor, and weapon skins. If this was all they were adding to Season 2, it would be a little bit disappointing, but having this on top of all the extra features, all the new content, all the new endgame activities, should keep this feeling fresh and keep us going right into Season 3. Now stepping into Season 3, this was talked about as well, and the big thing here is we're finally getting some sort of endgame chase goal that we've seen in the other Diablos, being a gauntlet dungeon, a weekly resetting dungeon where the highest scores will be added to a leaderboard. Leaderboards were a huge part of the kind of iconic to Diablo. It's strange we don't have them in the game yet. There'll be a solo and a group leaderboard, as well as a hard and soft core similar to Diablo 3. And they also announced that the best players of the whole season will be recorded in the Hall of the Ancients Eternal Leaderboard. Finishing high in these leaderboards will reward you with a seal that can be displayed on your character frame. And as far as rewards go, this is pretty weak, but I think the bragging rights alone are why a lot of us will be trying to get on this leaderboards. I have memories of, coming to a season late, say like Season 20, and thinking, what do I play this season? And you'd go on the leaderboard and see, who's at the top, which doctor, Demon Hunter, and you go, okay, I'll make one of those because they're really powerful. So I think it's going to be fun to see, where you are on the leaderboard. It gives you something to chase towards. You're not just increasing your item level to push Nightmare Dungeons. You're going to see your rank go up on the leaderboards as you progress through these gauntlets. I think it's going to be really fun, and you can see where your friends or people you might recognize, content creators, are sitting on the leaderboard as well. I think this is a great change, one that Diablo has always done well, and I'm excited for. And I do think we might see other rewards trickle into this as well. I don't think this plaque is all they're going to have as a reward. I think there's going to be other stuff that we see once the season comes out. And as we progress further, there are less and less details to share. And here we are in the new expansion. The new expansion, they were very cagey. They did not give much away. The new expansion is called the Vessel of Hatred. And the main thing they showed here is green. It's going to be green. All the marketing is green. And here's all we really know. You can start the expansion without playing the base game. You can jump straight into the expansion. The game is set in Nahantu, which seems to be deep in the jungle. There's a lot of like Aztec vibes, big stone structures and big fancy areas overrun by, the jungle and vines. And that's kind of all they've given away. There's not really much else we know about this. Part of the expansion takes you to Kurust from Diablo 2, which is pretty cool. But yeah, there isn't much else to say. And I think Diablo 4 has been very edgy, very dark, very bloody, very, you know, gruesome. And kind of most of the game has featured that sort of aesthetic. So I was expecting for the new expansion, we might go to like somewhere really bright and somewhere really vibrant. But the jungle's different enough. It's not something that we don't have in the game right now, and it's a new zone to be killing mobs in. So I think it's a good place. They can do a lot with that. It's cool we're getting an expansion so soon, but I know a lot of people are going to be worried that, you know, we bought the game and then already they can probably be asking for, you know, to get into your pockets again and pull out your wallet. So yeah, this is probably going to drop late next year, so around season 4 or 5, given the pace of the game so far. I'd love to know what you think about the expansion. Personally, more content. I play this game for hundreds of hours, so it's a win for me. I'm happy. But I know a lot of people are a little frustrated that, you know, the monetization of Diablo 4 being full price game, early access for the deluxe edition, and then battle passes and cash shop. And, you know, we're doing a paid expansion probably so soon is gonna rub some people up the wrong way, but yeah, let me know what you think. I'm curious what the general vibe is on this. I might do a poll on the channel as well, just to see what people think. But yeah, that's it. Other than that, the new class come in, they haven't really said anything. I wish I could tell you more. I wish I could tell you what it is, but we don't know. The new expansion is going to be something completely new with a completely new class. So they confirmed it won't be a witch doctor or a paladin or that sort of thing. I think given the expansion being set in a jungle like this, a witch doctor from Diablo 3 would be a really good fit, or, you know, the Amazon from Diablo 2 would work as well. So I'm curious what they're planning to do with this one. I've seen some rumors. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Any ideas, maybe from other Blizzard games or other ARPGs that we might expect in this jungle setting. But yeah, that's everything coming to Diablo 4. There's a lot more to talk about for the early stuff than the future looking stuff. They didn't give that much away, just a little trailer and some other things, but I wanted to cover it here. They've set a really good foundation with Season 2. I think the things being added not only make the game better, but if they take what they've learned so far and add it into Season 3, and they keep improving, adding these quality of life features at a base level, and then drip feeding content throughout the season to mix up the meta, I think the future of Diablo 4 is really bright. And that's from someone who was pretty frustrated last season and stopped playing early on. So yeah, I think we're in a really good spot. They've given a lot of hope, and they've delivered a lot on Season 2 already, so I'm quite excited. Again, I'm curious what other people think. I know a lot of people just washed their hands with this game last season and said, I'm done. But yeah, it's good right now, and it's looking to get better. So I'm happy, curious what you guys think, but that's the video. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.